So this is going to be a video on the Aleks menu. So when I log into Aleks, you see I'm on my home page. If I want, I can start my path. It shows I'm working towards completing the week 1 objective. I have 12 of the 21 topics already completed, and this is due Monday at midnight. So you can look at Aleks, the pie view, or a lot of students turn it to timeline view. This way you can see what's open. You see right now your focused review is open as well. So if you click on this horizontal bars right here, this opens up a menu. Now if you click on Learn, you're going to go right into learning mode as if you were clicking on Continue on my path. You can go back home, get to your home page. If we click on Review here, this will allow us to review topics that we have already learned. And it'll just choose a topic to go into, or you can choose your own by clicking on this arrow. And it'll populate topics in the carousel. If you want to go to a specific week, click here and you go to a week. Now these numbers here tell you how many topics you are able to review, because remember, you can only review topics that you have already learned. So this is week 1. We're currently in week 1. So my knowledge check has shown that I've already learned some topics in the other weeks, or I already know topics in the other weeks. So they're not going to show up in my learning path, but I can review them in review mode. So like week 2, I've already completed 19 of those topics, but there's more than 19 topics in week 2. So say I wanted to review something in week 2, it'll populate in the carousel here only the topics I'm able to review. Again, only the ones I've already learned. Now, if you want to search for something specific in a specific week, you can click on this filter here and type in. Say you were looking for mixed numbers. I start typing the word mixed, and you see everything pops up that has the word mixed in it. So then you can click on the topic and then click down here in the start, and it will give you problems dealing with mixed numbers. So that's how you review topics. And remember, you can only review topics you've already completed via your knowledge check, or you've already done them in a learning path. Assignments. The only assignments you'll see are your learning paths and your focused reviews. So you can click here and see I've completed 57% of my learning path. Click there and it gives you another view. And you can see how well you're doing for the rest of the term, well, the rest of the 5 weeks. So it shows in week 2, I've already completed 19. I have 2 more to go. Week 3, I've completed 21. I got 4 more to go. So if we go back to the assignments page, the focused review for quiz 1, I haven't done it yet, but once I do it, the score will show up here and you can click on it to review it. And it shows the initial knowledge check down here, but it shows closed, so I'm not sure that you can, because I did go through it. I guess you can't review it. Okay, so the next thing we want to look at is worksheets. So worksheets are something that you can create throughout the term, and when you create a worksheet, it will pull a handful of topics that you've already learned. It's not going to give you problems that you haven't learned yet. So I already have one created. I'll go ahead and create another one. All you do is click on New Aleks Worksheet, and it creates a worksheet for you. I think it pulls out about 20 practice problems out of all the topics you've already learned. So you can print this out if you like. So then if you refresh this page, you'll see here's my second worksheet that I created. If I want to open the worksheet again, I have to click on the arrow down here, or I can click on the word answer and see the answers that go along with that worksheet. And you can create as many worksheets as you want. Calendar, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a calendar. It shows you what is open assignment-wise. October 7th. Let's see if we can look. What's the month look like? So this is the week 1 learning path. This is the week 2 learning path. So it's showing that, I think it's showing the due date. Okay, and calendar, gradebook. Your grades really aren't going to be here in Aleks. I mean, this is where I'm going to pull the grades from, and they'll be housed in CAMs. So you can look at individual grades in Aleks, but you're not going to have like a class grade in here. Reports. You can look at your reports, see how much of your pie you've completed, see how much of your weekly topics you've completed, your timeline, your most recent activity, this week's activity. I skipped the knowledge check and took like a default. As the instructor, I can skip it, so I'm not sure what it would show you in this box. Your assignments, Common Core standards. So this is stuff you might want to look at. And gradebook, reports, message center. You can send me emails through Aleks, and they go to my Hondros email. But if I answer you, I have to come back to Aleks and answer through Aleks. You can look at the textbook. And remember, Aleks is just the math portion of the class, so you're only going to see the math book here, but you will see the full math book, not just the handful of chapters that we put in our actual book. And there's a dictionary. So you can look at all this stuff if you like, but I think the review and the worksheets are tools that you'll be using more often. Okay, well, thanks for watching.